Hey everybody, welcome back to the second episode of the Weekly Underground Artist Spotlight. We got some good artists coming up today. 6 artists, 3 EPs, 3 singles, all amazing. But before we dive into that today, hit that like button, subscribe if you enjoy this type of content, and don't forget to drop your own music links below for a chance to be featured in upcoming reviews. Alright, first up is a song by Court Lee called Love's a Waltz. The instruments in this song create a simple, elegant backdrop for the vocals with an almost medieval quality in the tone. Classical music instrumentation, there's piano, string, vocals. The vocals are really nice, precious and childlike. They add a unique innocence to the track. I like the fact that they're double tracked, pan left and right. They have a really bright, present tone. The lyrics are about love, dancing. I'm sure there's some metaphors working on a deeper level here. I didn't look too much into the lyrics because I like the sound of it so much. I was really just listening to the sound of the singing and instruments. There's a layer of seriousness. There's a complex emotional palette to the song. In addition to the piano and vocals, there's beautiful strings that add spaciousness to the sound. They elevate the track, make it feel more expansive and emotive. Love's a Waltz is a very short song. Criminally short, at just 1 minute and 22 seconds. It could easily be doubled in length, I think, or add a new section, and I would definitely be here for it. I'd be listening. To sum it up, Love's a Waltz by Court Lee. It's a very sweet song, simple, charming. Touch of seriousness, beautiful strings that add depth and spaciousness. Definitely worth a listen. Be sure to check it out. Love's a Waltz by Court Lee. Next up is Figure It Out by Hannah Bowers. So when I immediately heard this song for the first time, I could tell it was going to be something different, something fun right out of the gate. It opens with a catchy bass line riff that reels you right in. It's got kind of a 2003-ish, 2006-ish sound. Avril Lavigne, a really good blend of the vocals and instruments together. The producer did a great job, I think. The vocals are very clear, very in tune. Hannah's a very good singer. She uses different inflections to keep the listener hooked. She's singing harmonies in the chorus with herself that are really nice. Another thing that impressed me with the song was the bridge was quite good. Not too many songs these days have a bridge. You know, this is one of the longer songs that I reviewed, and it kept me engaged the whole time. Singer doesn't know where she's gonna end up or how she's gonna get there. She wants big yard, kids and a wife, but she says that she'll figure it out, which is the title of the song, and that's, you know, the punchline, the hook. I can see a lot of people liking this song. It's got commercial potential for sure. I say it's a certified classic. It's giving real early 2000s vibes. Make sure to check Figure It Out by Hannah Bowers. Head over to Bandcamp, buy your single. The great thing about Bandcamp is that you can purchase the tracks there and support the artist directly. Alright, the third single for today is Odious Filth by Donner and the Devil. This track kicks off with a rowdy, lilting 6/8 feel, adorned with epic piano chords and gently strummed guitar. Octave guitar thirds lend a regal touch to the end of phrases. As the song progresses, it masterfully alternates between unsettling dissonances and majestic counterpoint, shifting modalities and dynamics with fluid grace. Really great, folks. All instrumental, jazz elements, prog rock elements, and only 2 musicians on the song. You've got the musical synergy. It's very obvious. They're playing off of each other. They're locked in, super tight. I can describe the track a little. Starts off, epic piano chords, gently strummed guitar. Octave guitar thirds lend a regal touch to the end of phrases. As the song progresses, it masterfully alternates between unsettling dissonances and majestic counterpoint, which shifts the modalities and dynamics with fluid grace. The track then descends into a hypnotic, Tool-like bass riff that builds momentum, culminating in a King Crimson Robert Fripp-esque distorted guitar break, which is the song's crescendo. It slowly settles back into an uneasy psychedelic jitter before ramping up again into a menacing boss-level showdown, driven by a tritone bass melody. Finally, it circles back to a variation of the opening section, which brings the piece full circle. Clocking in at 4 minutes and 16 seconds, this instrumental feels much shorter, thanks to the dense musical content packed into every moment. My only critique with the song is that the cover art and description don't quite match the track's vibe. I envisioned something more ambiguous, psychedelic, more fantasy-like perhaps, but that's just my personal take. Feel free to have your own interpretation. Don't forget to head over to Bandcamp, check out Odious Filth by Donner and the Devil. This track is an adventurous journey through intricate soundscapes. It's a must listen for fans of progressive and psychedelic rock. Alright, now we're going to move on over to the EP section of the reviews, and we're going to review some EPs here. The first one we're doing is a new 3-track EP entitled Her Words by Hurts Worse. Alright, this EP is a wild ride through experimental sounds and thought-provoking lyrics. So let's get right into it. First up, the cover art. Thought-provoking, strangely fitting, almost suggests a metal influence, which is exposed by the occasional death metal scream. Hurts Worse draws on a range of influences, which seem to include Duster, Signcrush's Motorist, Elliott Smith, Pavement, Beach Boys, and probably some more obscure bands that I haven't even discovered yet. Intuitive chord progressions and layered vocal swirl in an intoxicating lo-fi haze. The sound is highly experimental and somewhat hallucinatory, with a mix that balances muffled vocals at the forefront with droning guitars and quiet drums. While there are no lyrics listed, from what I could gather, the main character seems to be grappling with an inner battle involving themselves, a significant other, and society as a whole. The EP kicks off with the song Hurts Worse. The guitar feels poppy, but with a slow core flavor, creating beautiful dissonances through the haze. Octave layered vocals mutter melodies that almost make you overlook the dark lyrical content. I picked up themes of death and embarrassment, and probably some other things, but the lyrics weren't listed, so I wasn't able to pick everything out. The track ends with blood-curdling scream, making it the most poppy yet haunting track on the EP. Next, we flow into regrets, phobias, disappointments, etc., which functions as an interlude. A distorted keyboard sets the mood, punctuated by seemingly random falsetto death screams. It concludes with a robotic voice which seems to be giving some type of instructions, or maybe it's telling you what I had for breakfast today, I don't know. This track's a unique experience that you might never encounter again. I would give it a 10 out of 10 for originality and pushing boundaries, but I think it functions more as an interlude between the first song and third song. The EP wraps up with the third song, Exposed. The vocals hit you immediately with I had a dream, I was exposed, delivering a sense of secondhand embarrassment. This is set against beautiful slow motion guitars and quiet drums, with the bass guitar and vocal creating rich dissonances in the lower registers. The track feels like a demented nursery rhyme, with the line, "You wanna die," set against a Bon Iver-like backing choir. Like Hurts Worse, it ends with a dramatic scream, bringing the EP to a powerful close. Really great EP. Only two complete songs and an interlude, but it was all very strong. Kept me entertained from beginning to end. I didn't know what was going to happen next. There's a lot of emotion to it. This EP is a journey worth taking, full of experimental sounds and raw emotion. Head on over to Spotify, check out Her Words by Hurts Worse. They've also got some other songs up. Check those out too. Alright, next we've got Non-Life by Pretty Abyss. This EP is unapologetically slowcore. It's the kind of music you listen to alone when you want to reflect. It has a bedroom project vibe. The drums are tucked away in the mix, and the vocals and guitar take the center stage. The project kicks off with Nurture. It's an intro, sets the tone for the album, gets you started. Next song is God-Fearing and Kinkless. This track, I believe, was the standout on the project. Vibrato and delay-laden piece reminiscent of Duster. Punchy drums fit the vibe perfectly. The guitar alternates between 9th and 7th chords. This is the type of guitar sound I like. Go pick up a guitar, I might start strumming something like this. Very pleasing, very satisfying. When the vocals come in, the Duster influence is clear. The lyrics delves into themes of vice and lust, hence the punchline entitled God-Fearing and Kinkless. The track goes on a little longer than I would have liked it to, but I'm not complaining, it was a great song. Second track is entitled Mercy. Continues with similar themes, but a lighter tone. Features a scratchy retro drum machine and synths that add a nice touch. The track is a mix of danceable and tear-jerking vibes. I don't know whether I want to dance or cry. The lyrics speak of a possible lover who makes him foam at the mouth, scream in the dirt, and flinch at the weight of the sun. So very surreal lyrics here. Next song is Party Trick. Begins with a reverse guitar and tremolo lead that moves into a 2-chord dirge. The lyrics tell a story of being slighted by someone who has detached her heart and been generally unkind, and that's considered her party trick. Pretty funny, pretty sad. There's some amazing metaphors here with lines like, some tornadoes won't blow a candle out while other fires will smother themselves. I know this world is the lobby between, just waiting for you to call me. I feel a deep coding influence here. The narrator's caught up in a twisted cycle that he almost enjoys. It's the way it seems to me. This was my personal favorite from the EP. Elegantly crafted, instrumentally, lyrically, vocally. And this leads into the 4th track, entitled Forever. This one opens with a straightforward 8th note, strum guitar, interesting sounding feedback in the background. I really liked that sound. I don't know how it was made. And then the singer describes front row seats to my own self-demolition. It's the lyrics that start the song off. But overall, Non-Life by Pretty Abyss is a deeply reflective, slowcore EP that blends heartfelt lyrics with lush, dreamy instrumentation. From the mood-setting intro Nurture to the metaphor-rich Party Trick, this EP offers a rich tapestry of emotions and soundscapes. It's a must-listen for fans of introspective and experimental music. We've got Flicker to Life. This is the latest EP by the Flash Crackers. This EP has standout elements and a cohesive sound. You're getting real 80s vibes. The vocals have almost a David Gilmour-esque quality. Instantly gives the tracks a certain gravitas. It's almost like we're in slow motion here. The guitar work is reminiscent of The Edge, shimmering, echo-laden. I think all the tracks feature a piano. Lends a pop sound to the EP. The overall sound is very repetitive. It's trance-like. It can draw you in, or it can feel a bit monotonous depending on your taste, really. It's a good mix. Some tracks could benefit from being a little shorter, I think. The EP opens with Paper Swallows, some giant piano chords, a fluttering guitar echo lead the way. You're going to get used to these elements. Almost every track has these elements. I think there were 4 or 5 tracks on there. The vocals are tinged with longing emotion. Definitely feel something when I listen to this. And Paper Swallows, I think, is the more upbeat one of the collection of songs. And then we got Burn the Night. Similar formula to the previous track, more of a major key. So this one is more minor, gives it a slightly darker edge. It follows along with the first one. The lyrical content is very simple, kind of allows you to wander. Your mind wanders a little bit as you listen to it. And then 85 follows. Great instrumentation, beautifully nostalgic lyrics. Pretty much these first 3 are very similar, but then what I thought was the standout track of the EP is With a Breath. This one was really good. The instruments had a really nice sparseness to them. I really loved the space they gave. It gave the vocals and lyrics room to breathe. An epic feel to the song for sure. Created a sense of grandeur that's really captivating. Overall, it's a very cohesive EP with few flaws. I would like to hear some more, taking some more chances with like the production, with the songwriting. You do have to admire how you stick with the sound though. And there's a lot you could draw out of that sound just by changing up certain small things and adding a little more interest for the listener on there. One note on the vocals, I noticed there's a lot of pitch correction on there, stripping away the vibrato, and it made it sound a little robotic. I think the guy has a great voice. I'd love to hear what it would sound like if it was a little less pitch correction and I could hear the natural quality of his voice. Some pitch correction here and there would be good, but I think a more human touch would be better for the songs. Overall, like the last one I just reviewed, there's a lot of nostalgia here. The vibes are reminiscent of David Gilmour era Pink Floyd, Bruce Hornsby, or even Walking in Memphis. It's that type of vibe. You just feel like you're taking a journey into the past and thinking about things that have happened to you. Be sure to check out Flicker to Life by the Flash Crackers. Don't forget to drop your own music links below for a chance to be featured in future reviews. I'm Stevie Summers. I'll see you next time.